Okay guys, we're looking at 12.1, adding and subtracting matrices. Okay, so a matrix can be written from a systems of equations. So 3x plus 2y equals 4. You guys see where I'm getting these numbers? And negative 1x plus 4y equals 0. That's what a matrix is. But we're not going to focus on systems of equations today. We're just going to focus on simple operations with matrices. So a matrix is just using a coefficients of a systems of equations. So today we're going to add and subtract them. So if they're in the same spot, you just add them together. So the first one, 3 corresponds with this 1 over here. 3 plus 1 is 4. Next one, 2 plus 4 is 6. Then 4 plus 3, 7. Okay, we're on to the next row. Negative 1 plus a negative 2 is negative 3. 4 plus 2 is 6. And then 0 plus 4 is 4. And there's our answer. Okay, next one, subtracting. Again, if they're in the same spot, subtract them. Negative 12 goes with this negative 3. Negative 12 minus a negative 3, or negative 12 plus 3 is negative 9. Next one, 24 minus 1 would be 23. Negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. And then 5 minus a negative 4, or 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, negative 1 minus a negative 1, or negative 1 plus 1 would be 0. And then 10 minus 5 is 5. Okay, next slide. This is an equation, and we're going to solve for x and y. So this is something you might see on the ACT. So all you have to do is, we know that 3x plus 1 corresponds with 16. So you set that 3x plus 1 equal to 16, and then solve for x. We'll subtract 1, divide by 3, we get x equals 5. Okay, now, next one we're going to solve for y. 2y minus 1 corresponds with negative 5. So then we're going to add 1. And then divide by 2. So we get y equals negative 2. Okay, question 4. This is multiplying by a scalar. So when there's a number on the outside, that's our scalar. You literally just take every number times 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative 1, negative 2. 2 times 5 is 10. And 2 times 3 is 6. So that's how you multiply by a scalar. Okay, here you're going to solve for a. So think about in an actual equation. Say we had 3 plus x equals 5. How would you get x by itself, guys? Well, we would subtract 3, right? So what we're going to do to get a by itself is subtract the matrix over. So I'm going to rewrite it like this. 1. So once you rewrite it like that, you don't have to, but I'm going to so you understand how I'm getting these numbers. Just subtract 8 minus 1, 7. 11 minus 0 is 11. 9 minus 12 is negative 3. Negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. 5 minus 5 is 0. 2 minus 9 is negative 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. 7 minus 8 is negative 1. And then 8 minus a negative 2, or 8 plus 2, is 10. And here's our answer for that one. Okay, number 6 is saying 3 times some matrix gives me these numbers. So there's some numbers, I don't know what they are, but when I multiply them by 3, I get 12, 15, and negative 3. That's kind of like saying this, 3x equals, maybe it equals 15. Divide by 3, x equals 5. So using that example, to get this matrix by itself, you'd also take this entire matrix divided by 3. Just take it divided by 3. So then we get x equals 12 divided by 3 is 4, 15 divided by 3 is 5, and negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. So that's what x equals. Okay, 7. We have 2 different size matrices. Okay, you can't add them if they're not the same size. So this is called undefined. To add matrices, I should say add / subtract, they must be the same dimensions. So if they're not the same dimensions, you can't do anything with them. Okay, this next problem is just order of operations. So you do the parentheses first. So we got to subtract this first. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. 1 minus 5 is negative 4. 2 minus 6 is also negative 4. So once you subtract, then you multiply by 6. The 6 didn't go away yet. So when we multiply everything by 6, we get negative 18, negative 24, and negative 24. Okay, this one, you got to take care of the multiplication first before you subtract. Okay, then order of operations. So 7 minus 6, 7, negative 6, 2, minus 3 times 4, which is 12. 3 times the negative 6, negative 18, and 3 times 3 is 9. Then we subtract. 7 minus 12 is negative 5. Negative 6 minus a negative 18, or negative 6 plus 18 is 12. And then 2 minus 9 is negative 7. And that's adding and subtracting matrices.